I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaga Diamond. What's up, peoples? How you doing? It is a great day, you guys. I'm having a wonderful time, and I have an amazing author on the show today. Wake up, America. Hello. All right, I got Mr. Charlie Pedersen on the show. Welcome to the show, sir. How are you?
Great. This book was written over 4 years, and
Wow.
it represents my attempt to examine everything that you want to know about oil.
Mm.
And this book covers the entire world, and it covers all the different countries, and also extensive knowledge about why the country is so messed up.
Mm.
And
Mhm.
the problem is that I've, I've produced this name in order to get people to understand what's really happening with oil.
Wow.
And the story is simple. We have decided that America doesn't have enough energy, but the fact is wrong. So I tripped on a problem, and that is that there's a country in South Africa that
Mm-hmm.
basically has the ability to, for number one, she got this knowledge from Germany. Most people don't remember that the American the system is completely been created from Germany.
Mm.
For example, the system that you hear from in a car, everything that you learned about a car came from Germany. Most people think it's the Ford motors, but no, not true. The actual engine that runs petroleum was actually created by, guess what? Not only Germany, but the famous car maker in Germany. And people don't realize that this was done in the late 1800s, and we adapted it because it was the best way to handle with petroleum. So what has occurred is you can see Europe, what a mess it is right now. Everybody's talking about World War III, and they're all talking about oil. Why? Because the petroleum companies, including the United States, don't really want to tell you the truth. And the reason they don't want to is because they want to keep our prices as high as they can. Unfortunately, the problem is that I have discovered through a long term that there's a country in South Africa that was affiliated with Germany, and they have basically given the ability to take oil and convert it to petroleum. And most people, anybody who's here, but if you're ever around a car manufacturer place, you will find that there seems to be there's an ability to convert oil to petroleum, and therefore you use it on a car. And the reality is the ability to convert oil to petroleum through the process originated by Germany and currently housed by South Africa, has the ability to basically very simply put in the information, put the sound information, the oil information, oil itself, and it converts very simply to petroleum.
Wow.
Of course, And by the way, there's been an attempt. The company is slowly working its way into the United States, but it's in Louisiana, and they were going to run a test with taking oil directly and convert it to petroleum. Of course, this was not very pleased by the oil company, because you could basically take oil virtually anywhere and convert it to petroleum. And so, besides, the book is over 700 words, because it's going through all the parts of the world and trying to discover who has any idea of what to do. And the answer is there's a lot of people that want to. Obviously, there's a war going on over oil right now. The war that we currently are participating in, maybe $1 billion. This book basically explains everything you ever wanted to know about car, automobile systems around the world. And what, for example, there's many parts of, let's take Norway, for example. Norway has decided within 12 years they want to eliminate oil.
Mm.
And people don't realize, but that country considered one of the top income worlds, because it uses the oil that they have discovered on the lake off of Norway. Everywhere in Europe, they don't have enough oil. So the answer is just convert it. Convert it. Simple.
Wow.
How do you think the oil companies think about that idea?
They don't like it.
They don't like it one bit.
Not one bit.
But, so what's going on? I created this building in Louisiana. I discovered that they were trying to do the conversion process to show you in the United States, and somehow it disappeared. I wonder how. So when you understand this book, you'll understand that if you want, for example, the current idea of the system, that you can see I have a problem. Hang in there, and we'll get it through.
I'm hanging.
I had 2 strokes.
Oh, wow. You're doing amazing.
Hmm?
You're doing great.
Well, could be better. It takes quite a while. I've worked on it over a year, and I'm not done yet. Anyway, I'm, by the way, 79 years old.
Wow.
In my book, in the back, they have a whole history of my history relative to my life. If you want to read the very beginning of the end, you can understand where I've been for the last almost 80 years. Everybody sees and talks about different ways of doing how to convert the way we use cars today to electric. And the point is, when you go through the process, number one, you should recognize that all the United States now are trying to sell the idea of automated cars. The answer is, if you wanted to, in other words, if the United States wanted to, you could have 50 miles per gallon, no question. No question. And that's now, not when they've learned it and made it better. This is the beginning. But the point is, only because people want very large prices, as you can see when you go to the gas station. You realize that in spite of everyone saying there's a shortage, or there's a lack of ability, that the oil companies have earned more than they ever history. Their history of oil, they have the highest right now.
Yeah.
In other words, now, by the way, I don't want this discussion is really not focused on that issue. But in order to communicate with you, I have to kind of open up my doors a little bit, okay? But the point is that everyone knows that people have difficulty because the oil is so, petroleum is so expensive. And they claim they don't understand, yet their profits are the most they've ever had in the history of oil. Okay, you understand that?
Oh, yeah.
You understand what they're saying?
Oh, yeah.
In other words, it's known as something we've learned in the last couple of years, and that is they just climb. They go, oh no, no excuses. You don't want to have poor people to pay the price unless we get you the best possible price. And I'm saying we have a solution. The work of Tesla has opened the door. All the companies, notice all the companies are saying, Ford, everybody has sound now. I mean, electric. And they say, well, why is that? Because they have to do something, and the oil companies aren't going to let them do it because they want money. You understand?
I do.
It's all about, and they go, oh no, this is America. Bullshit. Okay?
I hear you.
Sorry.
I hear you loud and clear. Yes, I do. Wow. So your passion.
This is the point of my book.
Yeah.
Pardon?
I said your passion is just wonderful.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, I've worked. Unfortunately, I had the stroke in the middle of this, my making this book, but that's why it's taken me more than 4 years to finish it. But the result is that I have found a way. And let me go back a little history back with Germany. It's very important that people understand Germany. Germany, they have never had their own oil. So they discovered how to create oil artificially. And they did it, ready for this, 1945. That's how long ago they had artificial oil.
Wow.
And go, oh yeah, really? Well, we had a little problem going World War II in the middle. Of course, Germany, which I happen to, I'm not related to them, by the way, but people don't realize that the original petroleum engine was created by Mercedes. Mercedes, you ever hear of Mercedes?
Yes.
Yeah, well, they discovered that idea and it was taken over by the world. And the other thing is, so you pick them in that picture. Now let's take the second picture. The jet plane, invented by Germany. Oh, I see. The automobile and the airplane, the jet plane. So I said, well, what's missing? And then the answer is a petroleum ability, the ability to create a reasonably easy convert a petroleum type item. The idea is, if you thought about this, science, the ability to take elements and rearrange them to, for example, create oil, and then it'll take oil and convert it to petroleum. And the answer is this company, SASOL, by the way, is also have a lot of everything about the changing of liquid. So the point is, if you convert that, and I'll tell you again, between this is not meant for the book, but you have to understand that the work that's been done starting in 1945, okay, and through SOS company, they together could convert. You could convert petroleum. That means that you mean that all of the Russia and the Saudi Arabia countries, you mean that they all could we could get that all we wanted?
Wow. Yeah, I got it. That's crazy.
Well, the whole point of my book is I go through these different states, countries, and I try to discover what they're doing, because everybody has the same problem. So my idea is to communicate this and get people to deal with it. Now, I don't want to commit suicide, so that's the problem. But I say very simple. As an example, if state of California took the oil that they have and converted it to petroleum, and we decided to go to electric cars, okay, that would mean people in California, which I'm in. I'm originally from New York, by the way. But the point is, you will change the world. But people, you got to understand, you hear what you hear on the news, everything you hear from people and politicians. They don't want to tell you the truth. You understand that?
I do.
Everybody's making money, and the idea that you could actually be more efficient. You know, there's no question in my mind, no question that we should not be paying more than what we used to pay. I could, for example, show you, because in my book, I show you the whole history of oil prices, and you'll see that until around, everything was very inexpensive.
Yeah.
And then they had a problem in the 70s where we had a fight with the Middle East. We decided, even there was a lot of stories that oil. Everyone used to think that we were running out of oil. Well, guess what? It's more energy we've ever found, ever in the world.
Wow.
It's there. And they say, well, they want to say, for example, a certain politician wanted to make it, California make all their oil out of the sea. You know, it's ruined the Pacific Ocean to the world, to the world in California. But you can't. You need something, right? You need energy. You need, first of all, people should understand that the electric engine is more efficient. Listen, more efficient than the petroleum engine. You understand that?
I do. I also know that the electric engine in some of these cars are pretty expensive to make the car. So the car is $50,000, but the car is really not $50,000. The battery alone is $30,000. And so they sell you a car that's worth 20 and a battery that's worth 30.
Yes, but you understand that Tesla with Panis, the Japanese company, have created a company in Nevada for the purposes of making those engines more efficient and cheaper.
That would be nice.
And they are doing it. Okay, it's being done.
Good.
But the point is, someone has to agree. I challenge California because I believe if we converted California to be electric, the whole world would change.
Yes.
It would absolutely. There's no question about it.
Wow. Yes.
Of course, there's a lot of politicians that will say, no, 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 including, I don't care how you feel about your politicians. Everybody knows that they're all being paid, right? I don't care what, and say Republicans, you hear that, and Democrats, and trust me, I understand all of it. But the oil company says, well, you don't want to mess up oil. No, I said, no, you decided that poor people have to pay a high price. You decided that. Nobody else. You go, oh, well, I have to buy oil. No, we have a crisis in the world, and you don't want to change because you like money.
Yes.
And as you know, I'm saying this to you, but you have to recognize that America has lost its idea that the most important thing, according to what you hear, is the only thing that is important is money. That's all everyone cares about. Absolutely, that's what they care. They think there's something technically making possible. And my book is saying to you, no, I'm sorry. I'm afraid. Guess what? The one company that you would never have thought, Germany. Oh, let's see. They invented the automobile engine. They invented the airplane. Now you have to figure out how to convert this stuff to inexpensive process. And I'm saying in my book, there's a country in South Africa. I mean, it sounds hard to believe, but they happen to be one of the experts. That country was picked. It was picked by Germany. Partially, in my opinion, but in my opinion, they realized what kind of problem they had. Because if they announced it, oh, by the way, you can get all the oil you want. Germany has a problem. So they sent it off to have it done in South Africa with a very, if this company ever transfers into the stock market, get some, because what they have also at the same time they're real. This is not even their main issue. The main issue is they're converting coal to liquid. Been done around the world.
Wow.
But they are now producing it. You can take coal. Coal, quote, remember, China has got a problem with oil and with coal. And that's the kind of thing that they're working on. In other words, what's really these companies, the ability to have solid or a liquid can convert it to whatever you need. Now, what's going to happen in my recommendation is that if you listen to Tesla, for example, if they all of a sudden could get a battery that could go for say 1,000 miles, right? The entire world would change immediately, because it has to, because people don't realize that the world is growing. Do you know, for example, the plan, and I mentioned this in my book, but that Africa is predicted to have 50% of all human beings in another within 50 years.
Wow. I did not know that.
And the company that Nigeria, which is the largest country in Africa, they predict within the next 30 years, they predict that their volume of human beings will be equal to the United States.
Wow.
You haven't heard that, huh?
No.
Well, it's true. Go look it up. And
Wow.
the problem is, in the world, people have forgotten, one of the things that we do in America is we say, well, I have a family of 2 or 3 children, right? They're still having 15 children. Okay?
Yes, they are. And more than one wife.
Yeah. And the point is this. I don't know, here's another piece of information that I picked up. You know that China right now is in a crisis. China, where they made only wanted to have one child.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
Well, now, because of what they did, two situations. Number one, there were 50 million more men than women.
Yes.
I don't think that's going to work out too well.
I don't
What
think
are we,
so.
we're going to all turn gay? Is that the goal?
Well, actually,
And then we have no children.
I know.
See.
They're going outside of their race, which is something they don't like to do.
When you have 50 million people, I have, by the way, my wife is Vietnamese. And so I also go to a gym and has half of Vietnamese. So I know a lot of Vietnamese people and I understand their history more than most. I told them, look, it's obvious if you're in China and all the women are in Vietnam, guess what? You got a lot of Vietnamese women that are going to be married to Chinese. So the other point is that that situation is people don't realize that they can't. China can't fix it. The people got used to the idea of only having a small child, and they said, "Well, we don't want any more." So their population is declining, and the whole thing is falling apart because they made the decision control how many girls and boys you can have. And you see, of course, the men, which I have to be one of the members, they decided, listen, I don't want girls, I want boys. Now, to me, I go, we have a lot of smart people, in the world. But for some reason, the world is designed to have women and men, and they get together and have babies. You understand? It's a very simple idea, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Do you have any children?
Yes, I do. I have grandchildren as well.
Oh, great. You look younger.
Yeah, no, my oldest is 31.
31, wow. In my opinion, my book, it should be going to every school education place that wants to know about how to convert, to make energy. And I'm saying that the recommendation, the basics on how to do that and to make it happen now is here. Right now, it's here. The only thing is, how do you do from the fact that all 90% of the world, out of the United States, 90% is only in the very top of that's where all the money is. My idea is wake up, America.
Wonderful, wonderful. We're gonna go ahead and have that book in the description box, man. I tell you, that is
Right.
eye-opening.
Yeah, but you should read. It's a hard read, but it's interesting.
Can't be
When
easy.
you look at what is possible. And by the way, I guarantee you that they will say, it's not true. Oh, no. And I'm just telling you, for being a nice say word, bullshit. You understand that?
I got that.
It cannot. Remember, Germany keeps repeating it, and people go, what is Germany? They invented the automobile. They invented the jet plane. Now they want to make the ability to convert solids to petroleum equivalent. Of course, if our friend in Tesla, if he comes up with a, by the way, everyone will tell you how bad it is to have. It's very difficult. If you have too much oil, too much in electric engine, then you'll run out of ability to support it. And I say, bullshit. Okay? and they go, oh, how do I know? Why? Because I have lived in America for a long time, and I know you can do anything you really want to.
Yes,
right?
You're right.
And it's not an idea. The other point is this: you can take the existing stuff that you watch, the advertising, turn your television on, right? Everybody is all they're going more, electric. Okay, let's do it. Oh, you can't do that. Oil. I said, you don't care about poor people. You don't care. You just want money in your pocket. That's all you care about. Oh no, I'm a Christian. And by the way, another little thing. I because of that, I studied it so long. I know information that I shouldn't even know. But the point is this: the way to solve the problem is say, okay, think about it. The oil companies, everybody's saying, well, you can't have that much engine, you can't have that much, it has to be electric. I said, well, how come all the American companies are trying to sell you batteries now? Battery-driven cars. If I'm so stupid, how come that? And then they go, well, they need that. Yes, I agree. We need cheap energy. Very simple idea. Except America, I'm not blaming, I love America, but just don't make any misunderstandings. I understand more than most. And the top of the country, 90% of the money is in 10% of the people. Okay?
I know.
They say, well, I understand. They say, I don't like the way Trump, stories about him. We already know that. And no one wants to solve it. Well, I can't. You have already screwed. In other words, really what the problem is, you really want to understand the problem, it's very simple. We decided, we have paid the Congress, by the way, all Congress. First of all, if you want to be an emperor person, a representative. Oh yes, but you have to go and say you have to collect a certain amount of money so I can pay. I go, why? Because all the companies are controlled. And with everything that people talk about America, they say, well, America could be cast. No, you understand. It's already over. It's already over. Unless you change it. Oh, I can't change it. I said, well, you got 90% of your energy, you got 90% of your oil in 10% of the people.
Wow.
You right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, do we? So in other words, people, they want to, and I want, my wonderful person, Trump. He wants California, my place, California, to be full of oil everywhere. And the only reason he comes up with that is because the guy has no idea. He has no mind. Oh, don't say that. Don't admit. No, he just father gave him all his money. And everything is advertising he lost money. People, I swear, there's so much problem associated with the ability with young to, all I'm saying is the solution is here and it's now. And my recommendation, if I get a chance to get to who now is one of the most richest men in the world, and he hasn't even gotten there yet. He hasn't even gotten there. And it's like, wow, Ford. I go, they're trying to duplicate what you have. Why are they doing that? Because nobody has the right energy. You want to get people to be better? How about getting their prices down about 10% of what it is now? And they go, oh, no, you could never do that. I said, oh, no. You understand
that? I think we're past that one.
Right.
Wow. I want to thank you so much, Charles, for being on the show. My gosh, wake up America. I am telling you. Can I say it too? I love it. That's I said we passed that, guys. We really truly need to.
When we publish this very soon, it's going to create problems.
That's okay. But yeah, stir the pot.
Or they'll kill me.
Well, I doubt that. I doubt that.
I wouldn't trust anyone anymore.
I hear you.
Many people are too, America has lost its mind. You realize that. They absolutely can't think. They go, no, we can't think. I said, yeah, you can't because you're spending all your money on oil.
Well, I tell you what.
Anyway.
I can't wait for this book to come out. So wake up, America. You guys, we're going to have the link in the description box below so that you can go ahead and get that for yourself. It's right down below. And I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. I mean, Charles, what can I say? But I love you, bro. I mean, you're just an amazing a young man who has discovered the truth and you're putting it out there for everyone to see. All right. Thank you guys so much. And thank you guys so much. Don't forget to dare to be different. And until next time, guys. Bye.